This is the rocker, Keith Ramsey from Deep South Paranormal, and you're listening to Steve and Naomi on Into the Unknown Realm on DTM Wicked Radio.
Welcome into the unknown realm with your hosts, Steve and Naomi from Stir's Paranormal. Take a journey with us into a world that few understand and even fewer dare to go. On your home for everything wicked, DTMWickedRadio.com.
For our guests. We have a truly gifted lady with us, but before we bring her on, we'd just like to say, hoping everybody's having a blessed day, as it's the last day in June, and
went from winter to summer in a day.
I think so. It is hot here, and I think it's supposed to be hotter.
I swear I had my heat on 3 days ago at night, and now I have an air conditioner put in.
But we love it, right? Take it well over that snowy, wet, white stuff.
Yeah, that's coming tomorrow.
We actually even tonight have a special guest with us who just happened to be in the area, which is Eric.
Boats.
Yep, he will be right back. Actually, here he comes. He's doing a ta-da, Steve. So that'll be our.
On the air, by the way.
Yeah. That'll be our little extra. That'll be our extra voice, and then of course in the chat line we have our very own Quiet Steve. So make sure you go in the chat room and say hi to him, and also if you have any questions that you would like us to ask our guests, you're more than welcome to put them there. And a little later in the show, we're actually going to take some calls for our guests.
Phone home.
And what's kind of cool is it'll be her very first time doing them over a radio show. So
but she has done phone call-ins before.
Yeah. So we're feeling kind of honored that she's going to do them.
Over the phone. I might have said that right.
Yeah. And so we're feeling honored that she's going to be doing them for the first time on our show.
So we want you to call us.
Yes, definitely call in. That'll be a little bit later in the show, but the number for that, if you want to write it down, is 713-955-0384. And you might be on hold for a little while, so be patient. But definitely call in. You can listen to the show at the same time. But once again, that number is 713-955-0384. We also are excited that we are going to next week have, from Rise Up Paranormal, joining us, Ken DaCosta. And I believe he has some other people coming in with us.
Surprise guest.
Yep. We are going to be talking about the upcoming event, Ocean State Paracon.
I cannot wait to go to that.
That is going to be an awesome event, 2-day event.
Star-studded.
Absolutely.
Steve Clark will be there.
That's when I get my hug, right?
Oh, yeah. From Chris DeChesre.
Oh, yes.
Which is one of the people who will be there, along with Joe Chin and John Zappis. And we will be there, so make sure you stop by and say hi to us.
We'll have the tent with a big banner that says Stirs and DTM Wicked Radio.
Well, no, Into the Unknown Realm.
Right. Oh, right. It's been a long day.
Yeah, it's been a very long day.
So.
All right. So you guys ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
It's actually kind of nice outside.
Is it kind of nice outside? Yeah. All right.
You can take it outside and sit on the porch.
Yeah, hear all the birds, frogs.
They don't actually say that, though.
No,
Pretty funny.
they don't. I always thought they would sing about like over the rainbow.
Yeah? That'd be pretty. Okay. I think I'm losing them. Anyways, join us tonight. We have Ruthie Larkin, the Beantown medium. She's had psychic and healing abilities since childhood and only used them for the benefit of family and close friends until 2007 when she decided to embrace her calling. So we'd like to welcome to our show Ruthie Larkin.
Woo! How are you?
Hi, Naomi and Steve. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. It's kind of cool because you're, local to our area, and it's not very often we actually have people who are fairly local, except for like your very good friend Rob Goutreau, who is on our show.
Many people don't know what Beantown is.
Which is awesome.
I know, it's amazing. I figured I had to copy Teresa Caputo a little bit with her Long Island medium.
There you go. What, you can't hear anything?
I actually thought it was pretty funny when I joined the military. My drill sergeant asked me where I was from, and when I told him New Hampshire, he told me, "Where's that?" And I said, "It's just north of Boston." He said, "There's nothing north of Boston."
You know what's funny is my father, he was in the Air Force, and we were living in California, and my parents were like, "Oh, we're gonna, go get stationed in New Hampshire, maybe live in Maine." And I thought Maine was like a whole different country. I'm like, that's nowhere. And they showed us on the map. I'm like, we can't go there. No one's there. Crazy.
Except the bushes.
Oh yes, a lot of trees in
Maine. So how far are you from Boston?
I meant President Bush.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. I am not blonde, but I do come from a very blonde family.
So Ruth, how far are you from Beantown, from Boston itself?
Actually, I'm only about 30 miles out, and so, I consider myself a Boston gal. I wasn't raised in Boston, but I've been here since I was 18, with a little time in Arizona in between. But I do consider myself a Boston gal. I came back after spending 11 years in Arizona. Can you believe that?
I actually said that was the one place that I would love to move to. Out of all the places I've traveled, I loved Arizona. What
part of Arizona, Steve?
It was just outside of Phoenix.
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
Just beautiful.
I had relatives that lived there, and I went out when I was 16 and visited them, and I just loved the whole area. We drove from there to California, and then went down to a place called Rawhide, which was like a
oh yeah. It is beautiful, but there's no place like New England. I'm a New England gal, through and through.
There you go. So Ruthie, what happened? I'm just curious. What happened in 2007 to make you decide to embrace your calling, as you put it?
Well, I had gifts my whole life and really never wanted them. Always understood them, though. Made sure that I did a lot of reading. And every class I could take, I was tested at Northeastern in my 20s and decided I just really didn't want the gifts. Only used them for my family and close friends, when something was going to happen, just to alert them, something premonition-wise. Mm-hmm. And in 2007, I took a Reiki. I've always been a healer, by the way, but I took a Reiki class. I came back to this area, and all my friends back here were taking Reiki classes. Do you know what Reiki is?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I thought, you don't need to take a class to heal. And I signed up really almost with a little bit of an arrogant attitude because I had been healing for 30 years. And I thought, this is crazy. I've got to go find out what this is all about. Luckily, I had the best instructor ever who, noticed my gifts immediately and really encouraged me. And just being in the class, I'm now a certified Reiki master teacher as well as some other energy modalities too, but she really encouraged me. It was awesome. And, and here I am. It took over a life of its own. Never been happier, though.
Well, you have a lot of gifts. I was looking. Let's see. You're psychic medium, Reiki master / teacher, certified energy systems management. You'll have to excuse me. I can't talk today. Management practitioner, medical intuitive, certified integrated energy therapy practitioner, and house clearings. Now, can you explain the medical intuitive part for our listeners?
What I do is I just first of all, when I have someone on my table for Reiki or whatever, I would do a body scan on them, and that's just holding my hand a couple of inches from them and just go over their body very slowly. And I just intuitively, it's like a magic moment. I just had someone here today can pick out every single thing that's wrong, and even old injuries, old broken bones, whatever, and anything. So I know what to work on, depending on what they're here for. A lot of people come for Reiki to relieve stress and anxiety. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool. So, but it's all, again, I could be sitting next to someone, and if I'm, and just all of a sudden not know them even that well, and just go, oh my, did you hurt your left knee? And, and you have an old injury here. I just pick it up automatically. It just automatically just comes right into me. It's kind of crazy, but it does work.
Now those things do happen. Do you tell the person beside you, or when that first happened, how did it make you feel, like to go up to a complete stranger and just tell them? Sorry.
It depends on the person. Actually, there was a group of us a couple of months back, all in a bar having a couple of drinks, a lot of friends, and one of my best friends is married to an ER doc, and he happened to be sitting next to me. Now he knew, he knows all about me, but I don't know that he knew I was a medical intuitive. So I was sitting there, and I said, Steve, your left shoulder, you have some kind of an old injury there? Because I was sitting right there next to him, and he said, yeah. And I said, you can only lift your arm up halfway. Is that correct? He's like, yeah, but you couldn't possibly know that. How did you know that? I said, Steve, come on. But he's like, geez, I could use you in my ER. But it just, it just happens. I have, it just same as any psychic getting anything. It's energy. I pick up the energy from their body.
Wow.
Nice.
Now, can you explain what a certified energy systems management practitioner is?
Yes, that I actually that's a course, a very intense seminar I took with a whole weekend from a holistic chiropractor. And what it is every organ in our body is attached to our spine, and it's amazing. This is just the most amazing. I incorporate this into my holistic practice because there's all these things that you can do to test how a person's organs are functioning, and it's amazing just by different taps on different areas of the body and your spine. It's an amazing tool, even to the point of emotions, or are they dehydrated, or anything at all, spleen, liver. It's just it's a beautiful gift that I was taught by a chiropractor, a very, very gifted chiropractor, as a matter of fact. But I just incorporate that and work it. If someone has a new prescription, I say, bring in the prescription. Let me see how your body is reacting to that. I can test it in like 2 minutes just to see, is this actually working without them taking the pill?
Wow.
This is your first time hearing about this?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. That's very cool.
It is
wow.
cool. There's a lot of really good chiropractors that actually have been trained in this, and the ones that the best, I think, because they incorporate this as well as the regular chiropractor, practice. This gives them something else to work with, and it is holistic.
So, what do you say to people who are skeptics of what you do and just plain out like, oh no, she's, excuse the expression, full of it? What do you say to them?
Well, I welcome it because, Naomi, I'm a skeptic about everything. So I'm this is like God's greatest joke to give me any kind of gift. I'm truly a skeptic about everything. And I worked in the corporate world my whole life and worked with engineers. I was national accounts, voice and data systems, and, had multiple $1 million, sales. I'm a skeptic. And so that's a lot of the reason why I didn't want to embrace this. I never wanted to be judged. I had a good career. And that I shocked an awful lot of people. My closing ratio was also pretty good, though, I will tell you that, because I had a lot of help. But I get skeptics all the time, and, especially I work so much with parents who've lost children, and that is my passion. That's all complementary work. And I just about every single day I work with parents who've lost at least one child. And sometimes the whole family will come to me, and the father will stand at the door, and he's there with his family, the siblings and the mom, sometimes grandparents, and he'll say, I'm here to support my family, but I'm a skeptic. And I say, skeptics are welcome, but you won't leave one, and they don't. And I embrace skeptics because I get that. We should be skeptics about everything until we're proven that something is true or there is something to something that we don't know about. So some of my I get lots of emails and thank you cards and beautiful things from, especially parents thanking me. And a lot of them are from the dads who walked in as skeptic, and they'll actually write the thank you card or the thank you email, which that to me is the best thing I could ever ask for. When I do events, I do a lot of events, and I welcome the skeptics. I love them. And I'll just say, okay, where are my skeptics here? And I'll walk around the room, and I'll pull the skeptics right up to the front of the room first. And start talking to them about whatever it is who's passed or what's going on in their life. I do life readings as well as connections to the to people who have passed.
So I actually like a quote that you said, and it sort of ties into with all that. And you said, "I'm just a regular person. This isn't a big secret. It's not magic. It's just energy."
And that's exactly right. I start out every single reading that way, whether it's one person sitting in front of me or whether it's a couple of hundred people. I start out the same way. And I'm the psychic who takes the mystery and the magic right out of it. And I talk about energy, and I talk about how our bodies, I always say, these bodies are not our natural habitat. We are truly big, beautiful, spiritual beings stuffed into these little bodies. And every scientist will tell you that you cannot destroy energy. We can move it, we can change it, but we can't destroy it. And so when the body dies, the energy keeps gone. So where does it go? It becomes spirit. So I just happen to have been born with a higher energy vibration level. That's the only difference between someone that can connect and someone who can't. I give workshops. I teach workshops a couple of times a year, and the name of my workshop is You Were Born Psychic, and we are born psychic. society works very hard, including our parents, on weaning us of any psychic ability when we're little.
Ruth, I was just thinking that you need to have Marky Mark and Funky Bunch singing behind you when you go to these events, singing Good Vibrations.
Really?
I'm actually,
okay, my next one.
Right? All right.
I'm in.
I'm an electrician by trade, and 100% right. Energy never, or electricity never dies. It just changes form. So
That's right. That's exactly right.
I'm a big
And that's
believer.
what Reiki is. Reiki is the same thing. It's just energy. It's the exact same thing. And I've even started my ex-husband's was a power washer, was broken, and I said, "Do you want me to work on it?" He goes, "Well, if I can't fix it, how are you going to fix it?" I said, "I'll Reiki it." And it actually started, and I'd go in the house, and he'd call me. It would last for about 20 minutes or so, and then it would die again. He'd call me out and go, "Get out here and do this again." It's just the energy. That's all. So I don't know if it's going to start every power, washer, but it certainly worked for his. And I've started my TV, things of that nature. Plants, oh my God, my plants grow like crazy. All I do is Reiki them a little bit.
So I'm going to go up. Sorry. I do that a lot. I rock over everybody.
Wait for them to stop talking, and then it's your turn. Right here, right now.
So I'm going to go out with a lecture, and I hope I don't make a lot of people angry because it's sort of a touchy subject, but I noticed you're Catholic in faith, or grew up that.
I'm not a practicing Catholic now. I was raised very strict Catholic. All schooling was Catholic, family rosary every night for years and years. And I'm very faith-based, extremely faith-based. I pray before every single reading, before every event. I pray to Jesus. That's who I was raised with. He's my ascended master. But I pray, and when I pray, I get things on people before they ever arrive or before I do an event, and I'll know that, people at that event, whatever I got will pertain to several different people at that event. I get several different things, so that's how I open my shelves up. And before people come to my office, they're always, when they walk in, I usually have 5 or 6 things I've already know about them. And it's from, while I'm praying, I'm getting it 100 miles an hour and then the minute I stop praying, I have to sit right down and write it all down. But I'm extremely faith-based, very much so.
So, this is where my touchy part comes in. I'm just curious. I mean, for someone that can see the other side and talk to people that have passed, do the churches have it wrong, or are the churches and religion all connected in some way, shape, or form?
I think they're all connected, and there is no right or wrong church. They're all right. And I have seen, it's interesting, Steve, that's a great question, because when I pray, there'll be, and if I get a lot, at the very end of my prayers, I ask for the same thing in every prayer. I ask that whoever I'm seeing or whatever event I'm doing, that the people all feel love, tranquility, peace, and acceptance. We all can use that. And then at the end, I finish with an Our Father, Hail Mary, and a Glory Be. 'Cause, that's Catholic. I was raised that way.
Right.
And when I do that, as soon as I start saying the Our Father, if I get a lot of spirit coming in and saying the prayer with me, I know I have Christians coming in. Sometimes I'll get a lot of Hebrew coming right over me and squashing my prayer out. I'm like, I have Jewish people coming. And sometimes I can tell a lot about, just by praying who's going to be showing up. Sometimes I get clergy here. That's always a right, because they never tell me beforehand.
I like it.
That's awesome. Now, you mentioned before that you do complimentary readings to parents that have lost their child.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Yes, that is very awesome. Is it something that pulled you to do that service for people for free?
You know, I get asked that question a lot. That's how I started out, and I would have done this a lot longer. I would have done this a long time ago if I knew I could help people. I never saw how my gifts would ever be able to really help people. But this is really how I started. I started helping. I have a passion for it, and I didn't lose a child in this lifetime. But I've got to believe that I most likely did in a past lifetime. And I'm really driven to help parents, and it is all complimentary. I even went to Maryland in April to help 4 families who lost their son in a major car accident. All 4 best friends died in the same car accident. And, you know, I went out on my own dime and worked with them, all the families, and one of them was a young firefighter, and the fire department wanted me to come down there because the phone reading that I had given involved one of the firemen, the lieutenant from the fire department, and he, you know, was pretty amazed at what I had to say, and they all, you know, and I did that. I'm really driven to help the parents. I don't think there's any greater loss in the whole world than to lose a child.
Yeah, I always say that if anything ever happened to my daughter, I would be just not there. You probably could talk to me, and I would be just not there.
We would be checking her in.
Yeah, I would be going to the funny farm. Eric has a question for you.
Okay.
I was asking, or thinking, where you are dealing with the parents of lost children. Has anybody from that's lost a son or a daughter in the last 10 years for the war in Iraq and Afghanistan? Have you been able to work with anybody like that?
Have I worked with them? I'm sorry, we don't have a real clear connection. Did you ask the question, have I worked with them?
Yeah, has anybody or any families that have lost a child in the war in the last 10 years come to you?
Actually, yes. I have had several. I've had several people, and I've even had, I just had a sergeant recently who, the minute I took his hand, I saw that he had served and was in battle, and told him, and they lost 82 people, 82 guys, and I said, oh my, I saw the whole thing, and he didn't, he was a pretty skeptic, much a skeptic. His family had talked him into coming, and he walked out, and I told him all the things that, his nickname that they called him and everything, and he walked out fairly different person, and they had said to me at the end, they said he had never talked one word to us about his experiences, but the moment I touched him, I mean, it was military, and he was a lifer, and he had, he was an amazing person, and he took, especially one person that he had lost, he took so seriously, and he actually got to have a conversation with this guy. So it's pretty amazing. It's amazing to me too, to be honest with you, to do this. But I don't do anything. I always tell people I don't bring anyone in. You do. So the minute someone knows that they're either coming to a psychic event, or they're coming to see me personally, one-on-one, or with their family, they've been thinking about the people that they've lost, that they loved. So when that happens, that's really, they bring them in. They bring them to me, because that's how it works. It's the energy, but it's their energy. When I'm at an event, I'll take someone's hands, and I'll tell them, close your eyes and think of someone that you would like to connect with. And 99.9% of the time, unless someone is shoving them ahead, getting first in line, but 99.9% of the time, the minute they think of that person, they come right to me. And, I can say, oh, my goodness, you lost your son. Oh, my goodness, you lost your mother or whatever. That it's because you think of them, not me.
So I'm going to bring... Go ahead.
No,
it again.
That's okay. You go.
No, I want to hear what you have to say.
So and Rob Guttrill, who you've spoken to, he's helped me so much with understanding all the different types of energies. Him being a scientist, residual energy even, and that's why I'm starting the network, the nonprofit network to find missing kids. It's a nonprofit psychic network. And residual energy, all energy leaves a thumbprint of every single thing. And so I didn't even know I had residual energy or I could see it or understand it until I was with Rob a couple of years ago in Maryland. And I turned around. We were all walking down the street. He and his partner and a good friend of mine, the four of us were walking down in this very old town in Maryland. And I turned around to say something to one of them, and all of a sudden, everything in the street was old. It was back in the 1800s, including a fire truck that I never knew what a fire truck looked like in the 1800s, but I could describe it to you perfectly. And I had no clue what happened or what that meant. And Rob's the one, he's really spent a great deal of time helping me understand. And as I said, I'm the skeptic. I'm a skeptic, so I need to understand how things work, and then I'm okay with it. So residual energy is just being able to see things the way they were. So that's why the crime scene investigation, and I do help police. I do go on crime. I do that, and that's all complimentary as well. And I can see what happened at the last place. If they have a question, take me to the last place, the last scene of where the person was or what they suspect, and I can tell you what happened there. So it's, Rob was really responsible for helping me understand that and helping me, really decide. That's what made me decide to start the nonprofit psychic network, because there's a lot of us out there that can do that. There's a lot of psychics, by the way.
Now, what is the difference between a psychic and a medium for our listeners?
Nothing. That is the biggest joke, because, Steve, I have so many people, say, well, I went to a psychic, but not a psychic medium. Now, a psychic medium, I come right out and say I'm a psychic medium. I can connect to your loved ones who have passed. I bring you together. I connect you. A psychic can do all psychics can do the exact same thing. They choose not to use the term because, they maybe don't want the connotation, or, some people are afraid of being around a psychic medium. There are people who are, that's scary to them. And I have people come in and they'll say, I just want a life reading. I'll be like, fine, I can do a life reading for you. All I'm doing is reading the energy. I can just read all energy. It's the same thing. So there really is no difference. And if someone tries to tell you there is, they just don't want to admit that they can connect.
Yeah, I've heard several. That's actually a good question, Steve, because I've heard a lot of people have their opinions on that.
I've heard a lot of people say everybody's psychic, and a medium is not everybody's a medium. That's what I've heard, but
everybody's psychic, but not everybody's a medium.
Yeah,
and that's really not true. They don't want to admit it. It's so interesting. I had someone I was reading a couple of weeks ago, and I had read her about 6 months prior, and she sat down. She's a beautiful young woman, and about 37, and the minute, all I do is I hold my hand up to someone a couple of inches from them. I read their energy. I can get a lot just from doing that. And I always start out, even at events, and say, listen, if I hold my hand up like this, it's not a new karate move. I'm just reading your energy. And
if you could see
because,
Steve right
people
now.
Like, what's she doing? I put my hand up to her and I said, whoa, you are wearing male energy. You have a boyfriend. And she didn't the last time I saw her, and she goes, "You're right." I said, "About 3 months now, right?" And she goes, "Yep, that's right." So, and then I said, "Would you want me to tell you about him?" She says, "Well, how can you do that?" I said, "If I can tap in to someone that has passed, you don't think I can tap in on someone who's living?" But it's the same thing. There is absolutely no difference. There's no difference. I described him right down to the little necklace, the cross he was wearing. He was wearing a chain with a very small cross on it, right down to that. So I'm obviously not a great person to date. I know way too much.
All right. So first of all, I want to say big hello to some of our listeners. We have Cindy, who is listening in, I believe, for the first time, and Jill, and Simon was on there.
Simon, Jill, and Cindy, what's up?
And a whole bunch of guests on there that we obviously can't see their names because they're guests, blah, blah, blah.
But thank you for listening.
Yes, we're glad you can join us. Anybody who's listening right now who would like to call in and get a live reading with Ruth, you can call in right now at 713-955-0384.
And remember, if you are on hold, just stay on hold, and we'll get you as soon as the reading's done.
We promise.
We hope, unless we run out of time, obviously.
Yeah. So. But once again, that number is 713-955-0384. And it looks like, if you are ready.
Yeah, I was going to say, Ruth, are you ready to do live readings?
Sure. I'm ready for anything. So is Cindy just going to come on then? How does this work?
Oh, no. That was just one of the people who
in that chat room
who let us know that they were listening live and they were excited. So,
okay.
But
we don't know.
We
don't know who this
so I
is.
thought Cindy was coming on. Okay.
Nope.
It's a surprise.
Just let me know when someone comes on.
All right. So I'm going to connect one of our listeners in right now. Welcome to Into the Unknown Realm. You're on with Steve, Naomi, Ruthie, and Eric. Go ahead, Steve.
Who are we speaking to right now?
This is Jill.
Hi, Jill.
Hello, Jill. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Say hello to Ruthie.
Hi, Jill.
Ruthie.
How are you doing tonight?
Fine, thank you.
Have you ever been to a psychic before, Jill?
I have.
Okay. And do you have a question for me, or you tell me what you're looking for?
Just kind of where things stand.
Things stand for
right
you in your life, so you're looking for a
yes.
life reading?
Yes.
And, okay, so...
Or if anybody has any advice for me.
Okay. So, Jill, did you lose your mother by any chance?
No.
I have a mother figure coming in for you. So if it's not your mother, this would be your mother's mother.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, a grandmother. And by the way, we don't definitely a mother-type figure, and she's like saying, slow down, slow down. So are you in a place that you're getting anxious about something then?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, because she's like, slow down, it's okay. So is this also revolving around a job here for you?
Yes.
Okay, so because I'm getting that you are extremely anxious about fulfilling this a job, and what you need to do, according to your grandmother, was she in your life when you were a very young child?
Yes.
Okay, and this is someone who's coming in to help you. She's around you, Jill, and she's definitely someone that you can depend on. And a lot of times we don't realize that our past loved ones are around us, guiding us all the time. All you have to do is think of her, look at a picture of her, talk about her, and she's going to be right there. That's how this works. But they're around you regardless. And she's saying, slow down, it's okay. So whatever you have to just slow down and let things happen for you, because right now you're unbelievably anxious about this. Do you not have a job right now, or are you looking to change it?
I do have a job right now.
Okay. Are you looking to change it?
Possibly, yeah.
Is that what you're so anxious about? Is that what the anxiety is from? It's anxiety about your job. I know that.
Well, yeah, I think that's probably the major part. I mean, life in general is anxious enough, so.
So you're just anxious, period.
Yeah.
So that's why she's saying slow down, slow down. So what from experience and from doing this all the time, I know that if we just let ourselves be guided, it's amazing how this works. And instead of just always like trying to make things happen, just sit back and allow them to happen. It's unbelievable how this works. So right now you're in a job. So you're in a job, Jill, where there's changes happening right now. There's changes, and are you fearful about something in that job, like that your job may change?
Well, it already has.
Okay,
but, I'm not worried about losing it,
But it has changed significantly,
Yeah.
because I see a lot of anxiety around this, and this isn't helping you. But you know what? And your immediate supervisor, and I don't want to give anything away, but your immediate supervisor there's a problem there. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and that is going to change for you. So just hang in there. So because that is going to change, you will not have to deal with that. So that you have that. Pardon me?
Well, that would make me happy.
Well, it's going to change. So you will be a lot better off in the very near future. One thing is we can never say, any good psychic will never tell you that things are, they'll never tell you about time. But I can see that this is definitely, things have already started happening in your position, in your job. And this is not going to be that long at all. I mean, I can't give you an exact time because, any good psychic will never do that. But this is going to happen, and that will change. They'll either get moved. Something is going to happen with your supervisor so that you will not have to be. That's going to change a lot of the way you feel about your job, too.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
So, and are you also kind of looking for a love connection?
If it happens, it happens. I'm not actively looking, no.
No, but you're actively thinking about it?
It wouldn't be a bad thing.
Well, I can tell you this much. You are not with your soulmate. You are definitely not with your soulmate.
That would be good because I'm not with anybody.
You're not what?
I'm not with anybody, so I guess I'm glad that that's...
Good. You have not met your soulmate yet, I can tell you that. And there's a great book out that you may want to read. It's called Only Love is Real, and it's by Dr. Brian Weiss. It's an awesome book, and it's all about soulmates. I feel like you've never met your soulmate yet. So it's a beautiful, beautiful book, and you won't be able to put it down. So make sure that you have some time to read it because you won't want to put it down.
Okay.
Okay. So, have you kind of given up on men then?
No, I just kind of stopped looking. I've never really looked that hard anyhow.
Well, that's actually a good thing because when you stop looking is when things happen. So, but you have not met your soulmate yet. So that is a definite, and that will happen. But read the book because you're just going to enjoy it, and it's going to give you an understanding of how it all works. Do you have any other questions?
How about as far as like house and home type things? Not necessarily work, but I've got things going on right now with the house.
Are you thinking of selling it?
No.
Okay. I have to ask you a question. Are you around a small girl?
No.
I see a small girl around you. Is this someone, a niece or something, or a small girl? A young girl, I should say.
No.
You're not around a young girl at all?
No.
Okay, so write that down because every single message has meaning, no matter every single message. It may make sense today, it may make sense tomorrow, you will find out. And this, a young girl is going to make a difference in your life, and she's already around you, though. So this is something that just came in while we were talking about your house, but this is something that you definitely want to make a note of, and it will make sense. Believe me, every single message has meaning.
Cool. Okay.
So now with your home, what's the question that you're asking me?
Well, I guess it's kind of overwhelming. It's the money pit, is what I refer to it.
Okay, so you're looking for. Were you thinking of bringing in someone to share some of the bills with you?
Well, I actually have a tenant who's going to be leaving.
Okay, so you're thinking of looking for another one then?
Right.
Yes, and but there's something holding you back from doing. What's holding you back? There's something holding you back here. There's something holding you back. What?
Well, I'm just thinking about everything I have to do to get ready for another tenant.
Okay, so that's what's holding you back. It's like the whole thing is overwhelming. It's because there's a lot to do. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so the first message that we got from your grandmother was what? I feel like this is all part of it.
Slow down.
Slow down. So, because this is all part of it. When you are rushing and looking at everything and see everything at one time, you cannot function properly. And when you see things more slowly, slow down. Like she said, slow down, slow down. So all of these things together are giving you anxiety. So when you slow down and look at things and say, okay, I'll do this today, I'll do this tomorrow. Don't look at it all at one time. And definitely that slow down was about everything that's going on in your life. So I see a man is like a man you don't even want to think about right now. You've got enough on your plate.
Well, hey, if
slow
you
down.
did this carpentry, plumbing, and electrical, anytime now.
Slow down, Jill. Just slow down. Okay? So if you slow down and just see things one at a time, you'll be fine. That was a strong message from your mother, your grandmother, very strong. And that's obviously she's taken in all of your life.
Yes.
Okay?
Great.
Good luck to you.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for calling in, Jill.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks, Jill.
Thanks.
Bye. All right. We have another person on hold if you're ready for them, Ruth.
Sure. What's their name?
I don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. Welcome to Into the Unknown Realm. Who are we talking to? Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Welcome to the show.
Who's this?
This is Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi.
They got to turn their computer down.
Yeah, I think you got to mute that.
We're hearing ourselves talking.
Well, I'm on my phone, and while I was on hold, it was playing in the background, so I don't know how to turn it off.
Oh,
it's all good.
Oh boy.
Hang on.
Are you okay? do, 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 do.
She even
I
has
don't know how to turn it off.
Are you on your phone and listening to the show on your phone as well?
No, I was listening to it on my iPad.
Oh. Put your iPad in a different room.
So, is it better now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I just shut it off.
All right. So you're on with Ruthie. You girls go ahead and talk.
Hi, Cindy. How are you?
I am great.
And you are. I just wrote down when I heard your voice the first time. I went, great energy. You have great energy.
Oh, that's cool.
So how can I help you tonight?
Well, I've never done this before, and I have always wanted to hear from my mom and my mother-in-law.
And your mom has been gone quite a while, is that correct?
About 13 years.
Yep, that's quite a while. And
Yeah.
she died from health reasons?
I'm sorry?
She died from health reasons?
Yes.
And was this something in her my hand is going to my chest area. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did she die from in the chest area?
Well, she had emphysema. But
okay, that's okay. Because that's what she's showing me. And usually they'll, women are a little bit better at showing me what went on in the end than men. But do you have a couple sisters too?
I have a sister, and I have a sister-in-law who's like a sister.
Okay, because she's showing me a couple, like two other sisters, and So, Cindy, are you the youngest sister? Yes. Pardon me. Yes.
I am,
okay.
Yes.
All right. And do you also have a brother too?
I have two brothers.
You have two brothers? Okay. Is one brother living like a little bit further away? Does he live at kind of a distance?
No. We all live very close.
Okay. When I see a distance, it's either geographical or emotional. Are you saying you're close to both brothers?
Yes.
Okay. So because usually when I see a distance, it's usually one or the other. So the bottom line is that, okay, so you're sure about that you're the same with both brothers? You got both brothers very close to you?
Yeah.
Emotionally close?
Yes.
Okay. Is it your sister that and you're close to your sister too, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, well, your mother is, this could mean, okay, I have to just ask you, when they put the people in different categories, there's always a reason, and she showed me two girls and then one boy. Was she closer to one brother than the other?
No, I don't think so.
Was there a reason that he wasn't present in the end or something?
No, both brothers were there.
Okay, that's interesting. It's just the way when I see them categorized, it just usually means something. So that's interesting. But anyway, first thing you need to know about your mom is that she's incredibly, they're always relieved and happy. And she had a tough ending, did she not?
Yes.
Yeah, and very, very relieved. She was ready to go. She fought the battle, but she was ready to go. And she's also with her father. Is that correct? So did you know him, her father?
No. If I did know him, I was very, very young, so I have no.
Yeah, and it really doesn't make any. It doesn't make any difference if you did or not, because they're still your spirit family, and they're still around you, but she is with him. She was very close to him at one time because they came in pretty much together. And she's saying, okay, was she on life support or something?
No.
In the end, she showed me that she really had difficulty breathing and was having assistance with her breathing. Would that be correct?
No. I'm wondering if this would be my mother-in-law, because she did. And
she had difficulty breathing?
Yeah, she died of lung cancer.
Okay, but in the same kind of area, emphysema, but you did ask for your mother. So typically, And did your mother-in-law die after your mother?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So has it been about 5 years?
Not much longer. She died in 2005.
Okay, so we've got we've got one of these mothers here with us who's showing me, and was she on life support too?
Sort of, yes. My
Okay, because there's a lot of difficulty breathing in the end, and she's really showing me that she had a lot of trouble breathing. So whoever would fill that is the person that we've got right now. And
can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
My mother-in-law's brother lives in Las Vegas, which is far away from us.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. She had a sister and 2 brothers.
A sister and 2 brothers.
Right.
And one of them is in Las Vegas?
Yes. That's the distance. I'm wondering if that's what you were referring to.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at this point, but definitely if she fills the bill. And were you were close to her too?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's going to come in to say hello no matter what. She knew your mother, correct?
Yes. Yes.
The reason I'm laughing is I've got them both here. There's absolutely not a doubt in my mind that they're both together. This is your spiritual family, and you have them all together. We also have a guy that's wearing a military uniform. So this doesn't mean that he died serving. It just means he was very proud to have served. Does that make any sense to you?
It does.
Okay, who would that be?
That would be my grandfather-in-law. That would be my mother-in-law's father.
Okay, because we've got him too. And it just means that he was very proud, very patriotic when they show me the uniform. And so you need to know that you have everyone together here. Your mother and your mother-in-law were they very close when were they close? And when I mean close, I mean, were they very friendly when they lived here, when they were both living? Because they're very, very close.
Yeah, that's
they were, because they came in, they're together, and they're like laughing about this. So you need to know that they're very, very happy together. They're doing fantastic. And your mother is saying that, were you the baby in the family?
Yes.
Okay, because she's saying you were the baby. So, and she's acting. She's talking about how the fact that you got a little bit spoiled.
Oh yes.
So I guess you were a little bit spoiled, and your mother-in-law is agreeing. Are you still married to your husband?
Yes.
Okay. Was he the oldest or near the oldest, if not the oldest?
He is an only child.
An only child. Okay, that's why then. Because usually they come through, the only children will usually come through as the oldest too. So, and she's saying that you take very good care of him, but he's a handful. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Would that be correct?
Yeah.
You were truly like a daughter to her too, and she's really going on and on about that. But your mother and the two of them had to be close friends with the way they're almost like bantering back and forth. I have to say this is the very first time I've ever had the mother and the mother-in-law come in together. This is the first for me. So they had to be very close.
Yeah.
So, and your mother is wow. So when your mother passed, she's showing me she was in the hospital. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because she's showing me she was in a hospital. She was so ready, and she said that were you holding her? She showed me that you are holding her hand, so you were holding her hand then. Right in the end, she was really ready. She really worked very hard to stay alive, but she was definitely ready to go. And you were actually holding her hand, were you not?
Honestly, I don't remember, but I was right there at her side.
I'm sorry, you honestly don't remember, but what?
I was right by her side. I was right in front of her.
Yeah, you were. She's showing me you were holding her hand, and she was ready to go. And there's always two spirits who come and get us when we pass, and they just scoop us right up. And even if we didn't know them in this lifetime, there's immediate spirit recognition. So the moment we see them, we know them. Uh-huh. So you have a beautiful family. Tell your husband that his mother, she's calling him. She called him by a nickname, 2 syllables. And did you know that she called him by a nickname?
No. No, come here.
Yeah. Pardon me?
I'm just calling him in the world.
You'll have to tell him that she's actually calling him something, 2 syllables, like a little nickname. She's calling him a different name, and you'll have to tell him that she's fine and she's saying hello to him, but she's definitely calling him by 2-syllable name. What is his name?
Gino.
Your husband's name is Gino?
Yes.
Gino. It's more like Gino boy or Gino something. It's like, I know Gino is 2 syllables, but it's something else. It's a different name that she's calling him. So you'll have to tell him that she's saying hello to him and sends her best. They're together, which I think is a riot.
Yeah, that's funny.
Well, do you have any other questions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. And your grandfather's, now, is that your great-grandfather or your grandfather who's in the military uniform?
It's my husband's grandfather.
Yeah, definitely. Very patriotic. And is your husband a bit patriotic, too?
No, not necessarily.
Well, he should be putting a flag out. He should be putting a flag out because he's showing me a big flag, the grandfather. So your husband should be putting a flag out. Tell him he's got orders to put a flag out.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for calling in,
Cindy.
Cindy.
Hi, Cindy. Thanks for calling. You're welcome. Oh, she has such great energy. Now, I think
great energy.
Steve was saying, what were you saying to me?
Can you give me a reading?
I could. Are we still on the air?
We are still on the air.
You sure
Why,
you want
is there something you can't say? Is there something you can't say on the air? That's not good.
Well, I really have to watch out what I say,
Okay.
I mean,
But you're curious about
Steve, I don't know you, I've never met you, but you have wonderful energy too. He does, doesn't he, Naomi?
Yes, he does.
Well, you do too, but I mean, his is very different.
He's special.
I'm just different altogether.
He's very special.
You're just different. So, are there any other callers, or how is this working?
We do not have any other callers, and we're running.
We're out of time, right?
We're running a little over the 9 o'clock hour.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, I would love to give Steve. You have to come. I'd love to give you guys a reading for real, right in front of me. So I'll give you both complimentary readings. I would love that.
You have some events coming up. Is that correct?
I do. I do have some events. They're on my website, and I'm usually doing events every single weekend at homes. I'm in residences just constantly. If I'm not doing an event, I'm in a home. And I'm even at the top of the hub in October. So,
wow.
I do a lot of fundraisers too. But anything for a child, if it's to benefit a child, I do those complimentary.
Sounds like you do this for the right reasons, so that's good.
I do. I mean, this is why I do it. It's fun to do, the fun events, but the real deal is working with the parents and helping them connect to their children. But I would love to. I'm serious about my offer to give you both a complimentary reading. I'll send you an email and see if you both can help. I don't know where you live, but I mean I'm in Medway, so we're not too far. I don't think.
We're in southern New Hampshire.
Oh,
Seacoast
I have
area.
people coming in from New Hampshire all the time.
Oh,
I
good.
have people coming in from Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont. They come up from all over to see me.
Awesome.
Now,
So-
I have a bunch of your events coming up that I can mention real quick for you. Let's see, Spiritual Encounters with the Beantown Medium, Friday, August 1st from 9 to 11 p.m. It's at the Sky Restaurant.
Skies, I think.
Yep, it's $25 per person. And these are all on her website as well, the www.beantownmedium.com, so you can look them up there. And then September 12th, you have Spiritual Encounters as well. That's at Three's Restaurant in Franklin, Mass.
And they have to go through Three's. Three's just sets all the pricing and everything. They do everything. And Skies, they just go and they have to call the numbers to get a reservation. But they sell out pretty fast.
And you also have one at the Redstone Grill, and that's September 18th, 7 to 9 p.m. And that's in North Attleboro, Mass. And then New England Pet Expo, and I am guessing before I even turn the page, that's with Rob.
It is, yeah. I'm
And
just going to help them out.
You are two peas in a pod, aren't you?
Oh, I love him. He's the brother. I'm closer to him than I am my own brothers. I love him.
Okay.
I truly do. We are very, very close, and we do events together.
Yeah. So it's the New England Pet Expo. Yep.
And he'll start out saying that he's a medium rare and I'm a medium well done.
Yeah. I love that when he said that. I mean,
right.
I appreciate, psychics, mediums that say, if I don't get anything, I don't get anything. And, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to, try and just
make it up.
Yeah, exactly. And I appreciate that when, they say that stuff, they're true blue because,
Exactly.
That's being upfront.
Sometimes they don't respond on cue, just like in our paranormal world and our paranormal field of ghost hunting. So.
Yeah, just because we're there doesn't mean the ghosts want to come play with us.
And you know what? So you guys do that all the time, just about every week, right?
Oh yeah, we're still tired from the weekend.
Last 2 weeks, I think.
Well, if you ever need some help, let me know.
Oh, you know what? I wanted to ask you regarding, you do clearings, right?
I do all the time.
Now, is that something that you charge for?
I do, yes. I do charge for it, and I use the North American Indian smudging techniques. I was trained by a shaman. But I also, I'll tell you, there's so many times I walk into homes, and they don't even need, it's usually something else. There's so many times there's a negative energy coming from one particular person. I walk around the whole house, and I will identify what's going on. So, but when I usually would do the smudging anyway, just to make sure and tell them what to do, get a Himalayan salt lamp and do the white sage incest and all that. But it's amazing how many people actually think they have something in their home. I get lots of calls, and I talk to them on the phone before I ever go out because I really want to make sure, I want to make sure that they can just most likely take care of it themselves. So I give them all the ideas, on how to help themselves before I even go out. So I know you had someone here on your show, was it last week, that was, and you were talking about the movie that was out with...
the rerun.
Yes, Andrea
Conjuring.
Perrin.
Yeah, the
Andrea Perrin. Yep.
And I had seen the original tapes on that with Ed and Elaine Warren years and years ago. I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to one of their big seminars, and because I wanted to see what I was going through, and I saw the original tapes on that. It was pretty amazing and scary.
Wow.
It really was.
Yeah.
I thank God don't run into that stuff.
That would be something to look at.
Yeah.
I'd love to see those tapes.
Yeah, she is actually is going to be at the Ocean State Paracon.
In Harrisville, Rhode Island.
Yeah, next month, which is the
19th and 20th.
That
the
weekend.
19th and the 20th.
Yeah.
I think it might be the 20th and 21st.
Nope, 19th and 20th.
Okay.
Trust me.
Well, anyways. But she's going to be there.
Is that a weekend?
Yes,
that a weekend?
It is. Yep.
So what time are you guys going to be there?
We will be there all weekend. And geez, I can't remember.
From what time to what time? I'd love to stop by and meet you.
You know what?
From what time?
I'll let you know the time frames that the things going on.
The actual events happen.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll email you and give you the exact times from when to when that will be there.
I would love, because if I can stop by, I'm in Rhode Island just about every weekend now. I'm doing private events, and just usually Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And I'm in a lot of Newport, Portsmouth, so I'm all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty much there every single weekend. I'd love to stop in and see you. And Steve, give me that reading.
Awesome. Cannot wait.
That would be totally awesome. We love that.
So, Steve, do you have psychic ability?
I don't think it's psychic ability. I just sort of am very open to the paranormal and sort of can, I don't know, see things, I guess, or experience things. So I don't know if it's psychic, but it's because I don't really know when things are going to happen, but things seem to happen.
So premonition, that is psychic. It's all psychic. It's all psychic. Any premonition is psychic.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
One thing I was going to say is the only time that I can say that I had some type of knowledge of what was going to happen is when I was a freshman in high school. A friend of mine actually committed suicide, and I was washing the dishes and didn't know this had happened, and one of my friends had called, and when I touched the phone, I got the image, and before they even spoke, I said, "You don't even have to say a word. This person passed away." And she said, "How the heck do you know that? I was the first one they called."
Wow.
So, yeah, just
and
things
you don't
like
think
that.
You're psychic?
Not as much as other people that I've run across. Like I said, I don't know if it's I don't trust it or
haven't embraced it.
Yeah, I haven't really embraced it. I definitely believe in the paranormal. I believe in spirits and things happen, but yeah.
It's interesting because I run across people like you all the time, and the intuition is so strong, but they don't trust it. That's the number one filter. It's that you don't trust it. And so I decided, because I run across people, I even helped out a policeman who's gifted beyond anything. He's incredibly gifted. And it was on a case I was working on, and I finally made the decision to do a mentoring class, and all complimentary. And because some people have it and they don't want it. Other people just want to be able to figure out how to work with it. Other people want to know, do I have something? What's going on here? Am I going crazy? That's the first thing. That's what guys usually think. I'm going crazy. There's something wrong with me. And so I'm having my first mentoring class on July 27th. It's going to be from 2 to 5, and I'm going to meet like every 6 weeks to 2 months, just to teach people what to do with what they have and how to help them. Because there's so many people that really have a gift, like you, Steve, and you don't, you're just not, you don't trust it, and that's really, it's faith. It's all faith-based, I think. It's when I walk into a big crowd, believe me, I have no clue what's going to happen. And I'm a person that really likes to know. Coming from the corporate world, I had to be very prepared for every single thing. And so for me, it's pretty, it's intense, but I just go with it now. And that's probably, I do believe you're very intuitive. I can usually tell.
Interesting.
And I'll bet Naomi knows too.
Yeah. By the way,
I know you're the investigator, right, Naomi?
I'm the investigator.
I would actually say I'm more the investigator.
Well, yeah, I'm an investigator, but yeah, he's probably more of the investigator and kind of scientific versus I'm more feeling and
go with your gut.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's really what it's about. That when you can do that, that's the best thing you can do. Just go with whatever you got. So I'm
now,
really
Ruthie,
looking forward to meeting you two in person.
Oh, me too. I always love it when,
You're going to send me an email?
Yeah, actually, I was just looking it up right here, and there just so happened.
Okay.
Ken just posted the schedule events, which is awesome. I'm like, that's perfect timing. On Saturday, it looks like it's like 12 to 7, and Sunday looks like it's 12 to 7 as well. Wow.
And all the vendors like ourselves will actually be outside the what is it, the theater hall?
Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah. Anyways, all the vendors will be outside. So.
And what is the name of the place? Is Ocean State Park?
No, Ocean State Paracon, and you actually can Google it and it'll come up with the website.
Well.
Yeah, Paracon, Paracon.
Okay, I will do that. So I'm gonna check my schedule and see what I've got going. I'm gonna come down and meet you guys.
And if you're interested in actually listening to Andrea talk, on Sunday she's speaking from 4:15 to 5:30 in the theater.
Okay. You know what? I think Rob is in that 20th. That's July 20th, Saturday. That's the Pet Expo. Or
no,
the 20th.
The 21st.
No, let me see. No, that's September. Nope, got the wrong dates. So the 20th. You said the 20th, the 19th, and the 20th.
Yep.
Correct.
So it's Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
So Saturday, I do have an event at 6 o'clock, but I have to look and see where it is. I might be able to do it Saturday during the day.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a point of this. Okay.
She's gonna hunt us down.
I appreciate you guys very much.
Oh, well, we're so glad that you're able to join us. I think Eric had a question real quick for you.
Okay.
Yeah, my question is, you do healings and everything. How would somebody get a hold of you if they want to do like a spiritual healing or some Reiki work?
Just go right. Best way is to go through my website and fill out. There's a contact form, and just put as much information in there, meaning what days and times you're available, whoever would want that. And I do everything, majority of everything through email because I can do it at all times. Because during the day I'm pretty much booked every day. If I do an event at night, I try not to do too many things during the day because I want to save my energy. But just fill out the contact form on my website, and I'll get right back to you. I get back to you within 24 hours.
Okay. Very well.
Sounds good.
And that's www.beantownmedium.com is where you
correct.
can
Yeah.
find that. And the place that we're going to be for the Ocean State Paracon is the Assembly Theater in Harrisville, Rhode Island.
Assembly Theater, okay.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to make that down there during the day. I probably will.
Awesome.
So, and I'll send you an email, too.
Okay.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ruthie, it's been our pleasure.
Absolutely.
My
and
pleasure.
you have wonderful nights. Say hello to Rob for us. And
I will.
bring him along
with you. He was probably listening. I would think he was listening.
Hello, Rob. Make sure you bring him with you when you come to
hello, medium rare.
Oh, yeah, but he's in Maryland. But you have to come to the Pet Expo in September. He'll be out here then.
Oh, there we go. Awesome.
Okay. Well, you guys have a good night.
And we'll see you soon. Thank you for coming on the show.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for having me.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. Bye. Yeah, I cannot wait for Ocean State Paragon. It's going to be John Zaffis, Joan Chin, Chris DeChazre, Andrew Lake, Tiffany Rice, John Tobin, Andrea Perrin, EVP Mike, Tom, oh gosh, I'm going to murder his last name, D'Agostino, something like that.
Steve Clark.
Yep, Steve Clark, Keith and Sandra Johnson. I believe it's Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Chris Rondina, Shannon Sylvia, Georgia Lopez, and Carl Johnson.
And that's not the actor.
Yeah,
That's
not the actor. I believe he's out of Florida, isn't he?
I don't know where he's from. Amazing guy, though. Great work with the Hack Shack and EVPs.
He does very good with the Hack
this?
Shack. This is July 19th and 20th. You coming with us, Eric?
I'm going to try.
Oh, that's right. You're going to go get your hug from Chris DeChazre.
The question
Did you guys
is,
notice I'm saying his name right?
should we let him know the hug is coming? Or
But
should
he already
we get
knows.
Huh?
You already know.
No. Like, should we introduce, or should I just walk up and hug him? Just out of the blue.
He'd probably gladly take it anyways. He's a little guy. He's pretty short.
Calling me fat?
No. I'm calling you tall. But anyways, to all our listeners, make sure you come see us there because we are going to have a great time. And that's 2 days. And a lot of great people are there. It's a great cause. It's for autism. And
come out and have fun with us.
Yeah.
Last time it was a blast.
Yeah, that's one of my most favorite Paragons.
Me too.
Yeah.
We're not bound by FCC rules.
Right?
and Ken DaCosta and the Rise Up group and TAP's home team, amazing people. So
Absolutely.
Come out and hang out with us, have some fun, say hello.
Well, I'm glad we had Ruth on with us. I want to call her Ruthie. I think she goes by both Ruth and Ruthie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that'll be cool to see her. It'll be nice to, I always love meeting these people that we speak to on our show in person. It's always cool.
For all our listeners, thank you for listening. Thank you for chatting in, and thank you for calling in.
Yep.
Thank you for being part of this crazy night.
And thanks for Jill and Cindy for calling in to talk with our guests. We really, really appreciate it. And hoping everybody has a wonderful and blessed week. And don't forget to listen to us next week as we do talk to Ken DaCosta and some other people we hope that might be at the event.
Every time we've talked to him, he's brought some amazing guests with him.
He's a very cool guy. We definitely absolutely love talking with him.
And even if he doesn't bring cool guests, he's still cool himself.
Absolutely. Him alone. He's part of the TAPS home team as well. But anyways, everybody have a wonderful week and a blessed week. Stay cool but yet warm in this wonderful summer fun.
It's going to be hot tomorrow. Hydrate.
Lots of water. Yeah. All right, everybody have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week. And thanks for listening.
See ya.
Peace.
The historical Fort William Henry Conference Center and Resort is a proud sponsor of DTM Wicked Radio. If you're looking for a relaxing getaway, the historical Fort William Henry Resort and Conference Center is your destination. Come enjoy the beautiful mountains, the gorgeous lake, and everything Lake George has to offer in upstate New York, right off the Adirondack Mountains. For reservations, you can go to www.fortwilliamhenry.com or call 1-800-234-0267. The Fort William Henry Resort and Conference Center is your destination for the perfect getaway. Dreams Code Magazine is a proud sponsor of DTMWickedRadio.com. In Dream Codes Magazine, you can learn all about ghosts, orbs, sleep paralysis, and more. Go to www.dreamcodesmagazine.com to order a subscription and learn more. The Caring Coaching Center is a proud sponsor of DTM Wicked Radio Network. What would it mean to you to have better health, more energy, more vitality, and an all-around better life? At the Caring Coaching Center, our mission is to be your partner in helping you reach your health, fitness, and lifestyle goals. We do this through a dynamic 6-month program that helps our clients reach their goals and their full potential. And it all starts with a free, no obligation, 50-minute health history consultation. Just visit us at the www.thecaringcoachingcenter.com to schedule your free consultation today. Or you can go to www.dtmwickedradio.com, click the sponsor page, scroll down to the Caring Coaching Center tab, click on the tab and open up to the website to start your free consultation today. It's all here on dtmwickedradio.com.
Rolling Hills Asylum. Located in East Bethany, New York, just minutes between two major airports, Rolling Hills Asylum is a hotbed of paranormal activity. They have been featured on Travel Channel's Ghost Adventures, Paranormal Challenge, as well as Sci-Fi Channel's Ghost Hunters. Rolling Hills Asylum has been named the #2 most haunted location in the United States by HauntedNorthAmerica.com. The property was established on January 1st, 1827, as the county poor farm. Throughout the years, it has operated as a poor farm, infirmary, orphanage, tuberculosis hospital, nursing home, and more. Past residents and inmates consist of widows, orphans, physically disabled, mentally unstable, murderers, and more. Over 1,700 bodies are buried in unmarked graves, and hundreds more deaths went undocumented. Rolling Hills Asylum is known for a plethora of phenomena, including disembodied voices, doors slamming, footsteps, sounds of furniture moving, full-body apparitions, shadow people, ghostly touches, and numerous Class A EVP. Rolling Hills Asylum proudly offers historical and flashlight tours, 4- and 8-hour public ghost hunts, 8- and 9-hour private ghost hunts, and more, by appointment or pre-booking only. For more information, please visit www.rollinghillsasylum.com. That's www.rollinghillsasylum.com. Or give them a call, 585-502-4066. That's 585-502-4066. Rolling Hills Asylum. What are you doing this weekend?